In the unforgiving Arctic, survival begins with a fragile step into endless white silence. Every fragile step across the thinning ice is a gamble against the frozen sea below. The northern wind carries more than cold across this frozen wilderness. Days without food have drained her strength, but a mother cannot afford to stop. Beneath the melting ice, the dark Arctic Sea waits silently for a single mistake. In the endless Arctic, warmth and survival exist only within reach of their mother. Then, through the storm, another hunter announces its presence across the frozen silence. In the Arctic, predators rarely reveal themselves before the hunt has already begun. The wolves do not hunt with strength alone. They hunt with patience, distance, and perfect timing. Long before she sees them, instinct warns her that the hunters are already close. One wolf steps forward, not to attack, but to measure the resolve of a desperate mother. For a moment, the Arctic falls silent as two predators measure the cost of survival. The wolves do not rush the fight. They move patiently, tightening the circle with every silent step. The cubs may not understand the hunt, but instinct tells them danger is closing in. While the mother watches the threat ahead, the rest of the pack moves silently through the storm behind her. In a single instant, restraint becomes fury as the mother bear launches herself into the fight. Claws and teeth collide across the frozen wilderness, where survival leaves no room for hesitation. Her fury tears through the frozen silence with the force of pure survival instinct. While one wolf holds her attention, the others move exactly where the pack needs them to be. In the chaos of the fight, one small mistake leaves a cub dangerously exposed. The pack has waited for a single opening, and now the cub stands alone before the jaws of the Arctic. A single cry shatters the storm, and in that instant, everything else loses meaning. Fear becomes fury as the mother unleashes the full force of survival across the frozen wilderness. With nothing left but instinct and desperation, the mother turns toward the cub, being taken into the storm. Across the breaking ice, survival becomes a race between desperation and exhaustion. The wolf does not release the cub out of mercy, but from fear of the mother closing behind it. She saved one cub from the storm, but the silence beside her reveals what the Arctic has already taken. With nothing left to lose, the mother stands between her last cub and the frozen wilderness. The wolves vanish back into the Arctic storm, leaving behind only silence, exhaustion, and loss. In the Arctic, survival offers no promises, only the strength to keep walking through the endless cold.